Alright, and let's just continue. I think we just finished part 1 of the trial. And we went in for like a recess, and we're going in for the second part of the first trial in the second episode. That's not confusing at all, right? Phew, that was a close one. I know you were giving it all. You were giving it your all to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air. I felt like I was pretty close to dying myself. But you were wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you. Carl, we don't trick people into believing us. We just make them believe us. Thanks. Wait, tricked? That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right? By the way, is the next witness who I think it is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of heart. Oh, guess there's no escaping her, huh? Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose, me and my sister's ghost will come after you to haunt you. Your sister? Ah, are you talking about Mystic Mia? Yeah. Do you remember her, Pearly? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher. Oh, I didn't know about that. I'm getting settled. Big boy Thor just came in. He's my big old husky, and he got injured the other day on his good leg. So he's just taking it easy around the house, but he still wants to sit next to me when I play games in here. The court will now reconvene. Now, the first order of... Ow! I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy. I don't like her already. Yes, sir. Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. I mean, she didn't, though. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? Just fine. But not really. Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, you know? Name and occupation. I love doing all the voices for these guys. I declare, what intonation? Hey, Judge, this here is violence against my first self. That's fine. We allow violence in the courtroom here. That's fine. This ain't fine. That's a whip. Ah! There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. I haven't gotten to say my name and job yet. The name's Lotta Hot, paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify. Now, let's all be one big happy family, okay? Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door, and then bang, we hear this gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke down the door, and we rushed into the room. Inside was the dead victim, and the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. And did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place? Wrecking cause. Excuse me? I'm from the South, and so like this other accent and all these other little phrases are like, yeah, that's accurate. Reckon course. It's short for you reckon? Of course I did. Yeah, there's a lot of really short phrases like that. Ah! Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court. The moment of truth. Will it be in that picture? Let's see here. Here's the picture. Oh, but wait, she's on this side. And the bullet's over there. Bullet hole. She is holding the pistol, but like... Alright. It would certainly seem that only the defendant and the victim were in the room. But you can't see behind the screen. And I don't know if I'd say there's a light, like a halo coming up from behind the screen, because there should be a shadow cast behind it. Lotta's photo. Are you ready, Miss Phoenix Wright? I will clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me. Alright. Only the doc and the defendant went into. Was it really only those two that went in? What are you blabbing about? You were there too, were you not? Well, I'm pressing everything. Irk. Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the two of them? Yes, Dr. Gray and I were the only two that went into the room. Hold on. We can't have the defense testifying against its own client. Anyway, folks, only the two of them went into the channeling chamber. You hear? But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? Witness, continue. We're waiting outside, and then bang, we hear this gunshot. Yeah. Mr. Lawyer there broke down the door, and we rushed into the room. Yeah. Inside was a dead victim. She wasn't really waving a pistol around. Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey? Sure, I'm sure. Lotta seems awful confident in her testimony. Every time we get this option, you always press harder. Lotta, please think back to that day one more time. What you getting at? Remember what you said when we broke into the room? Yeah. I have never seen click spelled that way, but alright. Lotta, at a time like this... Yeah. When you saw the murderer at the time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not. Am I correct? Well, you see. Order, Miss Hart, you are here to present accurate testimony. Yeah, sorry. Good, this shifts things back to my side. For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix, right? Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When they entered, one of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Maya that went in. It looks like we've come to... Oh, I thought I got all my yawns out this morning. Come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey. Exactly. Rats. And I'm tracked like one. Again. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. Are you absolutely certain of that? Sure I am, but that old witch chased us out of the room, so... Old witch? Does she mean Morgan Vey? But there's no one else in there and you know it. The channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Is there really no one else in there? What about behind the folding screen? What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? Rick Given. What? 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 Rick Given. You know, you reckon? That's a given. You really did check behind the folding screen. I took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. If I may have a word with you, Miss Hart. What? You got a problem? Rick, give it up. I mean, I'm having a little difficulty in understanding you. If you would stop saying such things as Rick Given. Now then, Mr. Phoenix, right? Do you see a problem with the testimony or don't you? Ugh. Story adds up. What's worse, I was there at the scene of the crime with her, and her story is exactly how I would have told it too. Okay. Alright. Let's see what we have. Because we have this little gunshot. We have this key, which we shouldn't have. Is that what we present, maybe? I'm also down for helpful backseat gaming, because it's... Maybe I use this. We were waiting outside. Broke down the door. Waving a pistol around. You're given... Oh, yeah. No one else was in the room. I want to present... Sorry, I have my stream like displayed here on this monitor, and on that monitor is the actual game. But I'm looking at on the stream, so it looks like I'm looking at you guys. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. Because there's no way that you could see. And I'm curious about that halo of light. I don't know. I'll present it. If I get a strike, I get a strike. No, I got... Oh, that's two. Oh, that's two. Oh, that... Ooh. It contradicts the evidence. It does? Really? Rejection denied. Try to think before you make accusations. Ah! Whoops, that in goes. Oh well. You start from the beginning. One more. Alright. And then... Was it really only those two that went in? Oh, I pressed this one already. But you knew that from the beginning. I'm gonna press again. Was it really a gunshot? Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Is it really a gunshot? Yeah, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot. And why are we here listening to the defense testify? And the world becomes just a little crueler. I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I would know. And I tell ya, that was a gunshot I heard. Now this is where the story heats up. The lawyer there broke down the door, and we rushed into the room. What are we gonna say when we press this? So, let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke down the door. Honestly, Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you tell us what happened then? Yes, Miss Von Karma. I broke down the door. Sorry. Why does this feel like an inquisition? No need for apologizing. That was great. You're a real man. Oh, really? That's something I would have liked to see. This judge is smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign. Just as I thought, there is nothing wrong with her testimony. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth. Enough. It seems that there are no issues with Miss Hart's testimony. At the time of the crime, only 2 people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey. Oh no. The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant. What am I gonna do if I just let this go? What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say. If I make one wrong move, I'm gonna have the judge against me. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya? I want to... Wait. Yes. Yes. Because we have the key. Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright? Is it possible that the person in this photo is not the defendant? What? Do you know what you're proposing? Yeah, that's just plain fool's talk. Thanks, guys. Your show of support is just great. Now, then, Mr. Wright. I want to say it's that key, because we have it. Maybe. I'll present it, and if I get it wrong, I lose 1. The music stopped. So we got it right, because the music stopped. Is there a problem? Oh no. I thought I would work on my inflections. Just wondering what an objection with a twist of "you're wrong" sounds like. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but I don't follow your logic. No! The music stopped. I thought I had it. Aw. Shoot, I guess I wasn't showing enough confidence. I don't want to give up, but... Sorry. You really should give up trying to prove this is not Maya Fey. I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument. That's enough. Is this it? Is this all I could do? I think it is quite obvious to the court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible. I told you. Totally 100% impossible. Miss Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness? Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed. What about the defense? No further questions, I presume? I couldn't protect Maya. The defense. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets. Mia. Oh God, Pearl. Oh no, Pearl. I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? But pearls? Your clothes are a bit small. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. But how? She's already taken away every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. I tried to present the key and that didn't work. Think carefully one more time about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what you told me yesterday? Dr. Gray. Two photos. Lada. You see, there is one final piece to this puzzle. Mia? Question Lada one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully. Now then, this court would like to end the cross-examination period. Please wait, Your Honor. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time. Overruled. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore, any... Ha! I'll allow another testimony. Yvonne Karma's case is perfect. Absolutely flawless. And what better time than this for you to see that? But I mean, I have some place to be after this. Alright, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry and give us another testimony. Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about? Please tell us once more what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber. Okay, you got it. See, you got through to the judge somehow, right? Oh, actually it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him. Okay. When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff, but I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. Nothing sounds different from before. Some parts of her testimony were very vague. I should press her on those sections. Struggle all you like as your taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting. You could only focus on Maya. So, what did she look like? You know, she looked almost like a different person. A different person? She may have seemed like a different person. However, she was still Maya Fey. We have already made this point abundantly clear. Yes, that is true. Well then, Miss Hart, did you happen to see anything else? I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. Then perhaps that body was not Dr. Gray's at all. Really? Really? Well, I reckon that's possible. If the body inside that room was not that of Dr. Gray, then whose body was it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Well, what if it was that of Maya Fey after the channeling, or maybe... Foolish fool spouting foolish foolishness, just as I expect of a foolish fool such as you. If that were the case, then that would mean that Maya Fey is in fact dead. And that would make the defendant's chair quite a lonely place, wouldn't it? Sorry, Maya. Are y'all done here? Can I continue? I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff. And even knowing that, you still persist in being a paranormal photographer. That's why I'm getting out of this here business. This gal's gonna get the dirt on stars and be a tabloid photographer from now on. She goes through jobs faster than a baby through diapers. Blah. Mr. Phoenix, Wright, would it kill you to stay on topic for a change? Well, would it, Mr. Wright? Nice tag team in stereo. Guess I should be grateful it's not in 5.1. But I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. You took two. Two? Two what? 2 shots. You took 2 shots. But only one has been submitted as evidence. Miss Hart, where's the other picture you've been withholding? No, you got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I could be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Well, at least she knows herself. Then why have you not shown this other picture to the court yet? Well, ain't it obvious? This prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it. What? Von Karma? Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence? Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this, you're as bad as your father. We're gonna do it because the judge is already under her whip. Your Honor, the defense asks to be held in contempt of court. Well, yes. Me? In contempt of court? You can't be serious. But you hid evidence from the court on purpose. That's not fair. Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a school child? I was so angry I lost my composure. Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court? I thought this picture was not important and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all. How can you think this picture are more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence. More than trouble than it's worth? How can you see that? If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it. Oh, let's see it. Okay. So she has blood wounds. It's a front image and it doesn't look like her at all. We don't quite see anything here. I was hoping to see like a toe or a foot or something. What is this picture? It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur. I think the important point here is that the person in the picture is most definitely not Maya Fey. This might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that the person is, insist it's not Maya Fey? Insist. Your Honor, as you can plainly see, the person in the picture is not Maya Fey. Yes, I can see that. And it's not just her face, her whole body has taken on a different appearance. There is only one conclusion that can be drawn then. That somehow this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant. Order. Well, yes, I believe you're correct, Mr. Wright. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey. Mia, we did it. You're too soft. Huh? You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. Take a look, Prosecutor Von Karma's face. She is smiling. I think you had better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? Miss Von Karma, what do you mean by that? Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. What? This was taken yesterday. That's dirty. Dirty. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant, Maya Fey, during his visit. Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person? She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit. It's unbelievable that she can. Yet it is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. Miss Von Karma, a word if I may. Mia? Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that picture can't be submitted as evidence. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal, but I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place. What is she? From the moment I showed this picture to the court, the case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind. I don't even... It looks like we've been had. I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person is the defendant, Maya Fey? If I give up here, the trial will end, but if I slip up and say something wrong, it will cost me. Is there any way I can prove that the picture... I mean, we can prove it. Maybe now we present the key? Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes. This picture. It lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. A contradiction? So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture. Then earn your keep. Point out exactly what's so strange? Okay, for one... Oh shoot, where was it? Because there's not a bullet hole. I can't remember if it's here or here. Oh, sugar snap peas. But basically, in her costume, she has a bullet hole coming out of the sleeve of her kimono. And I can't remember which sleeve it was. I'm gonna say here, and if I'm wrong, then it's this one. Oh, please. To the sleeve? But... there isn't anything odd about it. And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Okay, I'm so glad we got the right sleeve. Should be there. Ugh. There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. And if that's the case, then it should be here in this picture as well. Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence? You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this. Alright, this should do some major damage to her argument. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face. Ah, she's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again. Tis, jumping the gun again, I see. Your Honor. I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools. What do you mean? What incompetent fools? If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. And I didn't. I could not have known that this picture was of any value to the case. I see. She's lying through her teeth, and I know it. This woman knew about everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. Franziska Von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that the detective gets what's coming. I'm sure that there'll be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion. Oh, poor Gumshoe. In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in the sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none. The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot, alright? Got it. Watch this, Maya. Your Honor. There is only one logical explanation for the contradiction. It's not a fake picture. It has to be the shooter or someone else. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person clearly does not. There can only be one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. What? Order. If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. Ah! Jeez! The defense's argument is a complete mess. A complete mess? I fail to see how. Please enlighten us. Hey, witness. Ah! What the heck? Is this any way to ask Gail a favor? Be quiet, you. Then why ask her to talk? You were the one who said it was only the two of them when you entered the room. Well, you know. If you were lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see. Judge, you hear these threats? Look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say you... Ah! I swear I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there. Honest. You see? Now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix, right? Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from? Why is it lately all I want to do is cry? Same, Phoenix. Well, if the person in this picture was not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And secondly, where did this person come from? That's right. Ooh, that's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix Wright. I can't believe that even Mia is calling me by my full name. But, I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this? Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? To turn things around? That's right. Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix? So, where did this intruder appear from? And where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room, and one of Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either of those conditions were true... Mr. Phoenix Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the entry... Maya hadn't left it, but a third person had entered. I can't say something I can't explain yet, because I have to explain it. Because the thing is Pearls had the key, right? So if Pearls had the key, Maya left the room. Right? Because if it's only one key. I love puzzles like this. I need to get into the Nancy Drew series or something. But I think a third person was already in the room. Golly. I'm probably gonna blow my cover. I'm probably going to blow my cover. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm thinking, say what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Maya left the room because Pearls had the black key. She had left the channeling chamber at some point, and the defense can prove it. Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. Maya Fey was being looked after by her aunt, Morgan Fey. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than a detective's salary. Oh. Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of arrest, the defendant had left the room. Miss Hart, do you remember this key? Well, I've seen it. Hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant herself locked the door? Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one of its kind, after all. Oh, one of a kind, you say? Wait, Miss Phoenix Wright. Yes, it looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but why is that key currently in your possession? Huh? What do you mean? If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her. Yes, agreed. However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Ah, well, ain't that a kick? How come you're holding it? I got this as a present from a certain little girl. And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time. That's preposterous. This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. Ooh! It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, this person, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Ms. Von Karma, how can this be? At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible. My perfect case. How is there a flaw in my perfect case? I left Germany for this. Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I am a prodigy. I have never lost a case. And I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. And that's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned. Whoo! Wow! That was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis? Yes. I felt I had no choice. Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know? Yeah. It's not like anyone else in there could have done that. Nick, I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room. And I don't think that third person could have gone into that room. Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Like, what happened in that room, for instance. Yeah, I'm counting on you. Aw, I envy the two of you. Oh, by the way, Nick, do you think you could take Pearly back home for me? Sure. All right, Pearls. You ready to go buy some tickets? Huh? A ticket? Poor thing. So sheltered. Oh, we going to see Mama Morgan Fey, and she is not going to be happy that we have her child.